Namaste and like catch my family, and welcome to another Coffee Talk with Rion. Absolute pleasure being with you here today. We are in Manhattan Beach, California, other in SoCal, out here. Came out here to see my family, my friends, and had a very amazing dream time last night. And I really want to talk about it. I want to give you guys some more visuals on what's going on in 4D, and I want to express some things to you about old school and new school, and some of the different thought forms, belief systems, and galactic aspects who are now here in the game. Okay, so last night in dream time, I learned many things. One, your template level in 4D is being changed. Me just being here right now, sitting in Manhattan Beach, California, my oversoul was working very, very diligently at basically upgrading the facilities of your fourth dimensional constructs, or what would you call your still higher mind, but your lowest night form, your subconscious, and basically putting a lot of you guys, giving you guys a lot of things to do other than what this platform had offered you previously. Now check this out. Okay. I was walking through cafeterias. I was changing cafeterias. I was walking through the entire campus. I was making changes in the rooms. I was making changes, a tech-free area for all those kids that would just want to relax and learn. I even got a chance to take a kid's phone. I'm like, let me see that phone. Give it to me. We're giving a dissertation. The guy's just on his phone, right? I'm like, give me that phone. So I'm looking at the apps. It actually had like a McDonald's app on the phone. And all these corporate things as an app on the phone. So when I woke up, I thought to myself, since everything's kind of more higher vibrational, 4D, digital flavor, are these guys literally just ordering food and ordering all kinds of distractions right from their handheld devices? Corey Goody talks about the food replicators, that they have them right now. My thing is that this is 4D tech, they're now dropping into 3D. Okay. Chew on that for a hot second. Now, as I was going through and talking to the kids, here's what's going on. Some of you guys remember, like, the movie Harry Potter, the Hogwarts version, the old school with the robes and the dun-dun-dun, and we're going to teach you about earth, wind, air, and fire, right? Spirit. Okay, so, earth knowledge. Some of us come from that galactic space knowledge, okay? This is what's going on right now. The merging of these two worlds and the translations needed to actually get you as a vessel, as a consciousness, as an energy form, up to the proper vibration, which truly serves not only you, but your purpose for being here on Earth. That is what's going on right now. What I found was that there's a lot of distraction, even in 4D. There is a lot of, just like you guys have down here in 3D, all the distraction, the billboard signs and all that jazz. In 4D, it's very similar, but it's more like tech stuff. Everything's kind of at your disposal. There's no longer, you're not in survival mode. You just hit a button and you get whatever you want. There's all these different things. It's very instant gratification. Now, let me explain some things as Max chimes in about that. Instant gratification is just that. It's easy. Everyone can do it. It's very simple. Okay, it's like, I want this. I want it now. It's like that girl from Willy Wonka. I want it now, Daddy. Give me the blueberry now. Whatever it is. Listen. Back in the day, the combination of why a Jedi was so gnarly. Because when a Jedi hit the ground and started lifting objects, lightsabers out, and just sat there in his robe, what was the gnarliest thing about a Jedi, which no one really talks about, is the amount of knowledge, wisdom, and experience you must have to wield those types of forces. If you guys remember the movie Star Wars, right? And I think it was like the third Star Wars, and like one of the little generals is popping off to Darth Vader. He's like, your whole religion is no more. All the Jedi are dead. And then Vader's just like picks the dude up and just like squeezes his throat. He's like, you are a chicken nugget. You're a small little thing that knows nothing. And then like releases him and puts him down. Or I can't remember. He might have. But what I'm trying to say is that the knowledge you must possess to hold that old Hogwarts, right? The old school knowledge in a modern platform. That's what I'm getting to. Ladies and gentlemen, across the earth on all dimensions, listen to me carefully. The old school is fantastic because it teaches you that consistency, how to use your suit, how to use the elements. No matter what planet you go on, how to use the Force. Okay? Now, you can't get that type of knowledge by hitting a button on a tech device, right? Tick, tick, tick. It's like using a blaster. I'm not very talented, but I can pull a trigger. What I'm trying to get to is merging of the old school methodology with the new school understanding. That is what's going on right now. So in 4D, a lot of your administrators are the guys that I roll with. I had 4 administrators with me last night. We're kind of rolling through the campus. I'm checking out the kids, checking out, what are some of the issues. We're reformatting the entire school down here in 4D and right now in Los Angeles right now. Okay. What's going on is a lot of these kids don't remember or have never had someone like us roll through their campus. They've never seen like a bunch of Jedi walking through a campus together. The energy field that we snap off of us is one of knowledge, power, and prestige. However, it's also being humble, chill, and in control. Now, 4D, the subconscious mind. Let's express this, okay? I want you guys to start focusing on obviously your meditations, obviously sun charging, obviously eating better, making logical choices for your diet, your well-being, your workout routines, raising your heartbeat, raising what you think this vessel is capable of doing. Here's why. Just like being a Jedi, dude. Mind over matter. You have to believe in yourself. So in 4D, I'm talking to these kids, I'm grabbing their cell phones, I'm like, Dad, I'm like, dude, I'm like deleting their McDonald's apps on their phone. I'm like, put this shit away. Come with me, follow me over here, we're gonna have a discussion. And I started dropping the B's and Q's, right? And I also learned about something else. I'm sitting in the cafeteria, talking to these kids, I have some administrators in front of me. There's a dude across the cafeteria, and he's got real pale white skin and blonde hair. And I go, what's the deal with that guy? Because it seemed altered. Like imagine seeing a digital image of a holographic, we're in a holographic universe, but watching a movie, and there's like one character that pops out. And my administrator said, his dad gave him a shot. So when you get the artificial shot, that's what happens to your digital characterization. Your skin goes white, your hair goes blonde. Now I'm not talking like a hot Palladian. I'm talking about it looks off, almost like if you had they called it a syndrome. So there are artificial things that take place in 4D where you can get an injection and it actually changes. Now the cool thing about this was he couldn't be programmed. I was like, he goes, so what's the deal? They're like, well, if you get the shot, you can't be programmed, but you look like that. There's no way around it. You're just instantly go into this type of syndrome. Here's what I can say to you guys about the instant gratification of 4th dimension. Here we go. This might be a little above your guys' heads, but I'm talking to you guys so at night in dream time when you guys are walking around campus and you guys are working on your stuff, I'm trying to explain what's going on in a higher dimension in this plane of existence, me being in Southern California right now. Okay? Seeding this in your cerebral cortex. Here we go. So, the main thing to focus on is organizing your energy. The main thing to focus on in the Ascension game, okay, is remember why you are here. Remember what is your purpose for being here. Remember where you came from. Why is it important to remember your past lives? Right? Number 4, you need to remember what you have to work on and why you came back down here in the reincarnation wheel. What is your karmic ramifications for being here in the 3rd dimension in a suit? Why are you here? This should blow through every single type of programming this distortion in the matrix can provide for you. That is numero uno. Why are you in a flesh suit right now? Go. Where do you come from? Go. Right? What is your purpose for being here? Go. You know what I'm saying? These things. Uno, dos, tres. That's it. That's it. That is it. The rest of this place is distraction, delusion. The whole thing is delusion. You have really gifted, talented beings that are just like, I don't know what to do. I just wake up every day and I'm on my phone and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm just distracted all day long. All day long full of distractions. Even your job, distraction. I'm working really hard. I'm writing those lease papers. It's really difficult. I'm picking up the phone. Whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, your soul doesn't really care about what your 3D occupation is. Nor does it really care about your 4D occupation. What it cares about is what are you doing right now in this present moment with all of your focus and power. What would you like to learn? What are you trying to mend? What are you trying to heal? What are you trying to harmonize? These are the things that you should be focusing on. Very simply. It sounds crazy when you hear the truth. It's like, oh my God. That's it. So, I was being really cool, rolling around. I had 4 administrators, dude. I don't know where they were, but they were so dope. They're my homies. There's some homies out here. There's a guy in Malibu that I went to go pick up last night. There's a guy in PV. And there's two other kids in Los Angeles that are like up and comers that needed to like get in onto the galactic flavor. Like get out of the Earth story. Like, do you remember why you're here? So that's what's going on too. I express this to you guys because I want you to understand it was the knowledge that was the power. And to have these ability sets meant you had to train your whole life to attain that knowledge to be here. That's why a Jedi was so gnarly. It was the amount of consistency, work effort, and what you had to do to become one of these dudes. It wasn't just the coat of arms. Everyone knows. It's like being a Navy SEAL since you're 2. And then with the spiritual integrity, heart-on version, right? It's a whole different level of gnarliness that very few humans will ever actually understand. Okay, that is why it's gnarly. Now, moving on. 4D. God, here we go. Welcome to Los Angeles. Let's talk about 4D. All right. You guys having fun out there? Kid. A lot of fun, by the way. Give me that phone, kid. Why is there a McDonald's app on your phone, man? Then you just hit the button, you're like, I want a Big Mac. I feel like French fries. Guys, delete those things. Now, this system of control was set up to keep you in a net. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth, please. Many of you guys already know this. Okay, what I'm trying to express is, so from your programming, you got 8-year-old kids on Facebook talking about you can't watch TV because you get programmed and it shuts off your third eye. 8-year-old kids. Type in Google, 8-year-old kid talks about third eye. 8-year-old kid just drops like it's hot. He goes, you can't watch this programming. It'll turn off your third eye. You guys crazy? Don't buy into the programming. Same thing in the 4th dimension. It's programming. What I'm getting to is that if you created a world, a matrix, where the whole goal is to keep this soul population at a specific conscious level, then you guys must understand that as you grow consciously, so does the program of control. What I'm getting to is the program of control only works in that specific AI flavor, intelligence, tech, modulations, harmonizations, vibrations. It doesn't work from your heart or your soul. If you can get back into your heart and your soul, come back into your center, reattach to your oversoul, you win. Just listen to what your heart, what you're supposed to do. You bypass this because your heart, your soul, and the universe is way older than this baby bullshit AI program they have running down here on Earth. Can't even begin to express it. It's like you're a Barbie and you cling to a Barbie. Little baby. Compared to beings that create planets and like solar systems and like, you guys, it's bananas. There are galactic beings here that actually are in charge of galaxies watching this game. So, again, some perspective to express to you really what's going on down here and the small amount of information I'm actually allowed to share with you based upon when I wake up in dream time and I get to express some things about my friends and family out here in Los Angeles and what's going on. Again, 4th dimensional, you guys need to be in Ascension School. You guys need to, when you go to sleep at night, make an oath like, hey, I really like to be working on my ascension. Can I get into, a 4D awesome school of my choosing? Can I start controlling my mind, my energy, my vibrations? If you guys want to do supernatural things in 3D, what do you think you have to master? You have to be able to pull all of your aspects into one focus point and then direct the current. All of your higher selves into one focus point and then direct the current. You can't do that if your 4D's over here jacking off and you're, messing around and your 5D's over there floating on a cloud, not even really in contact with you. What I'm trying to say is you got to bring everything. Mind you, a lot more going on than 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimension. What I'm trying to get to is that understand, breathe, move with the energy, find what you need to work on, okay? Some of the things you really don't want to do in life, like cutting attachments, cleaning your room, cleaning your car, right? Moving perhaps, getting out of that job. Let's make it 3D. Okay. What do you do? The first thing you do when you get home? What's the first thing you think about when you get up in the morning? Are you working out? Are you going to the gym? Are you making your vessel stronger? Are you changing your cells every single time you step into a gym or workout or yoga? Did you know that when you work out and you're actually tearing your muscles, you know, muscles build and repair. Do you know that if your higher self is standing behind you and engaged in your suit, he or she is actually interwoven or actually grounding themselves into the suit as you create those new cells? Did you know that? Well, you should. Okay? Things like this. Your mind, your spirit, your focus. The more you stay locked onto your focus, the easier it is to manifest things in your reality. Okay? Focus. Now, what else? Okay, I was going to make a new, breathe that in. 4D, get into Ascension School. Request it. Call it in. I want to be upgraded. I no longer want to be the little dude on my stream. I want to step up. As you step up, all of your higher selves have to step up. The vessel, the hardware is now conscious. The avatar is now conscious. When that happens, things change, okay? We're the roots of that tree of life, ladies and gentlemen. And believe me, the roots shift, that branch way up there on the right-hand side, that's going to shift too. Okay? You're the roots of this program. You're the roots of this experiment. Understand this. It's a very powerful position. Now, I was going to save this for a different video, but I think I'll just end with this. Not end, but I'll talk about this. Okay. This is how to erase a memory. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So, this is a technique I did for myself, and I did make a long little personal video about it so I could remember how to do it, but I've watched it twice now, and I will do it for you now. Sometimes, as you guys also go through your life, you guys, when you wake up in the morning, record yourself. You're going to forget it. Write it down. Most people have mobile phones now. You wake up in the morning, you're half asleep with that cup of coffee or whatever, tea, water, whatever it is for you, baguette, and hit record. This is what I was doing in Dreamtime. This is what the simulation was. This is what I was focusing on. Just hit record it, shut it off. Watch it later, and then play it back, which you're training your brain to do. It's kind of like cardio. Here's the memory. Here's my Dreamtime. Here's my 3D. As I dip down and I wake up, boom, I'm awake in 3D. I've got about 10 to 12 minutes to remember what this is right now. Get your phone and record it. Okay? This is what I was doing. This is who I was talking to. This is what I was working on. And then, because it'll fade. Like I said, the waking world, or the waking dream, I should say, is meant for just that. Okay? This is my reality. This is my dimension I'm in now. I'm now in 3. I'm in the hardware. Let's go do some things. So, pay attention to that. So, video diary is fantastic, or write things down. Okay, now, how to erase a memory. And then after this, I'm going to talk about the angelic chains that some of us have on us, and how to remove those. But first, I'm going to talk about how to erase a memory. So, I'm sitting there for 45 minutes. I was going through some gnarly processing in Sedona about 5 days ago. Emotional release. Okay, there's something that happened. I needed to clear. There's an emotional release. This is what happened. So, I basically took 45 minutes until I pulled every single cable that was around me. There's all these cables that go around you guys. Like cables, and there's cables coming down like this. All these energy cords. This is what you want to do. What I always say is, all cables go vertical. Do not cross my stream with somebody else's cable. Once you get all of your cables, a lot of them, going vertical, okay, I sat there, and basically you can then touch the cable that has a memory or something attached to it, a connection point. Okay, this is what I learned. I started white lighting every single memory or experience I've ever had on Earth that did not serve me. And I actually got to see the cable. I actually got to see inside my brain, like imagine my brain glowing white, right? Or I would say orange. And I saw white light come down a cord and actually digitally like erase, like white light to where the memory's held, and zap, 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 started erasing these memories one by one that did not serve me anymore. That version of me no longer exists. That version of me in that almost like, you know, like you're a moth and you're about to become a butterfly. All that stuff that happened in the cocoon, not important, right? Not as much as like flying. You're like, that was great. It really sucked being in a cocoon for like, you know, whatever duration of time that was, but I'm flying now. Let's go ahead and start a new highlight reel of just flight. So, started erasing those memories. Then, once I got through that, I noticed there's a couple cables that were like this from past lives that were connected to my higher selves. Check this out. This is what I did. I went back into the past life where I met this specific person. It was like medieval times. There's like tents, all this stuff, right, going on. And I'm basically walking like medieval times, and there was someone that I was just about to meet that I was walking this way. And it was the first time I ever encountered or met that person that created all of this drama in a past life that I've carried into this life to fix. Check this out. Went into the dream, hacked the cable, hacked the memory to my higher self, jacked into his dream sequence, and what I did is, since you're synced, I got to see the memory from his eyes, his POV, and as soon as I was going to meet that person, so they're walking around the tent, I'm here, I'm about to make eye contact with them right here, I basically turned my higher self's head, boom, and I was like, dude, get on your horse and go right into the forest. And I basically never met this person. I went this way, they went that way. When I did that, all this crazy stuff started happening, you guys. Like all of these, wow. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when I first woke up in this backyard, where I am right now, I had chains on me. I was a huge dude that was chained. Okay, let's keep it real. Just chained. I had all these really high angelics and very spiritual beings help clearing these chains off of me. There's a video, I believe, that's called Human Hybrid on Unite the Collective. You can watch this story. I'm not going to go into it now. But I woke up right here. So, when that happened, they pulled all these chains off me. I finally actually, and my energy body and me actually sat up. And that's in that moment on my 29th birthday at 2:38 p.m. where actually my third eye came on and my whole suit came on for the first time in this incarnation. So, I know it's a little late. Some of you guys out there that are youngins, you already have them on. Well, I tip my hat off to you. I was 29. Okay, so. The chains. Check this out. I just got off the other day, 5 days ago, after I cleared this entire incarnation of all these memories and white lighted them. So as if, listen, if you dissolve the memory, there is no connection point. The cable dissolves. Go for the memory and white light it, almost like a white laser, until it digitizes. Like, you know, you've seen Lucy. The whole thing goes digital, then disappears. Digital disappears. Digital disappears. White light the whole thing. So after I did all that, went to the past life where I created that trauma or that connection point. Went to my higher self's past life, right? It was something in Scotland 400 years ago. And shifted that timeline. Never met that person, never created that karma. Now check this out. When I did that, right, and each of you guys have something. Everyone usually has 2 to 3 things they got to fix. You don't have to wait until you're 85 years old on your deathbed to figure this stuff out. You can do it now. So I'm trying to tell you, for all my peeps out there across Earth, find what it is that made you come back here. And then, for us to be of purpose, there's another reason why we're here. Not just to fix karmic things, but to be of assistance, harmonize, and help. My thing is that find that one thing. You'll thank me later. Now, moving on. When I shifted it, this is what created this whole real clearing to take place. Okay? So, in my back, angels have 3 vertebrae. It's not one like a human. There's 3. This is my spinal cord. This is for my wings. Basically, there's 14 of these hoops I pulled out of my back. And I'll show you. So the vertebrae are like this. There are all these vertebrae going up. Okay? So, 3. You got your wing, your backbone. Okay. Humans have uno. Moving on. So, there's these big hoops. Hula hoops. Basically what they look like. There are these big cast iron rings that are this big. Okay, about this big actually is my energy body into my suit. And there was a hook coming out of it, like a spike. So you grab the hoop ring and there's a big hoop ring spike. Okay? And what it is they're inserted into your back, right, into your spine, and they're locked like this. And that's what the chains went through when I was chained. You got all these spike hooks in your back that have the hoops on the back, and that's how they braid in the chains on you to lock you down. So I finally got my hoop, my rings that were actually inserted into my body out. That's happened 5 days ago. I'm very excited about it. Those of you guys who are higher angelics, or were in Egypt, or were in Lemuria, Atlantis, had your juice taken away, stuff went down. You guys have these type of blocks on your body. And if you don't know about it, ask somebody. Because there's a reason why I can't lift a house with my energy or pull cars up and flip them like little pancakes. So, understand, every single human being has one of these. Moving on. So, not that I would do that. Just kidding. So, I'm very excited I got those out. Okay, so, most people, when they do healings on people, and they do past life regressions, here's the cable. Here's the memory jacked into you that's jacked into the suit. Here's your higher self running the past life memory. Check this out. Instead of hacking the cable, I'm not going to do that because it looks funny. Instead of, basically, here's me in 3D, here's my past life. What they'll do is, here's the cable of consciousness jacked into your brain. They try to hack their way through the cable. Okay, let's go back and try to fix this stuff. I'm like, nay, check this out, ladies and gents. This is a much faster way to do it. All you healers out there, pay attention. Go around the cable to the moment where they met that person. To the moment where they had that experience. And look, before any of it started, just go, I'm going to go left instead of right. And never meet the person. Never have that experience. Now check this out. I understand there's certain things in time and space. I understand there's multiple realities. And I understand there's different parallel realities going on simultaneously. This is what I'm trying to say for you. If you have an aspect, usually on your night side, that you want to integrate with, you want to help heal, you're going to have to quantify that type of emotion and how many lives you've carried this forward with over your own individual ascension and your whole cable going up. This is something you're going to have to make. It's a very individual, it's a very personal thing, right, that you're going to have to decide. I'm just sharing some information with you on a different way of how to do it. Okay? Now, feel me when I say that there are always a couple of decisions that even in this life we've made that we wish, God, I wish I just wouldn't have done that, or I wish I wouldn't have picked up the telephone, or I wish I wouldn't have gotten in the car. There's always a couple of little things, even in this life, you can resonate with. Okay? I wish I never would have left. If you can go back, erase all those negative things that do not serve you in this life, and then fire back through your Akashic record at some of the things to adjust. When you make a small adjustment there, you guys, it's tremendous what happens in the present moment. If you fix stuff that happened in the past and those things interlock and that is cleared now, it's like, whoom, back into your center, back into your core, back into your integrity. I share that with you because I just did that 5 days ago, as a matter of fact. And it's amazing and it feels really good. I'm just trying to say, these are things that make you feel good. So, alright. So, for all you healers out there that know what I'm talking about, for all you guys that are just new watching my videos, you're a multidimensional being existing in the third density. We call this the physical realm. This is my third 3D remote. This is my 3D face. I have a fourth dimensional version, a fifth dimensional version, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll stop there. A lot more things. And we are here on Earth to serve this planet in raising its vibration. We are here to lead by example and action. And as a true testament of who I am and what I've been doing here last night in the dream simulation, it was very awesome to interact with many of my fellow friends and my administrators. By the way, I love you guys. Two of the guys I really recognize. Okay, you guys are awesome. I don't want to put you on blast. But you guys, we're doing this. We're reorganizing this template level of reality in the third dimension, and we're working on the fourth dimension right now. And like I said, this entire planet is shifting as we speak. My name is Rion. Absolute pleasure. I hope that helps for your memories. I hope that helps for your understanding, and I hope that helps for you guys to make that request, especially when you go to sleep at night. Hey, I'd really like to know what's going on in the fourth dimension, and I really like to know what my higher selves are doing, and I really like to know that if I'm putting this work and effort forth down here in 3D to be a better person and be more in sync with my oversoul and who I truly am, that they are also taking that as a reflection and working on themselves as well. Okay, we are all one down here, And I just want you to know that you are all very, very loved. Sending love and blessings from Southern California. Peace.